Okay, welcome back. I have to say that I hope you found that last exercise that I had you do, identifying how you use each of the roles today and also the pie chart valuable. I've done this exercise in live trainings with lots of organizations, and it's usually a huge eye-opener for lots of supervisors, managers, and leaders. For most, there's a discrepancy in what they're doing today and what they believe they should be doing. Most leaders decide that they're spending more time than necessary in the technician and management roles, not enough time in the other three roles. Well, we know more about how to do the technician and manager roles because we've been trained and rewarded for doing them. And on the other hand, what we do in the Trailblazer architect and coach roles is often less clear. We haven't had as much guidance or as much experience with these roles. And yet I believe they're key to helping your team excel and become high-performing. So what we're going to be doing in the next three sections of the course is take a deeper dive into each of the three roles: Trailblazer, architect, and coach. I'll first do a short overview of some of the most common practices of each role, and then I'll do a deeper explanation of these practices in subsequent lectures. In other words, I'll start with Trailblazer, do an overview, and then talk in depth about 5 different Trailblazer practices and so on. So let's get started in the next lecture. So in these several lectures, I'm going to be offering you some practices to sharpen your trailblazing skills. And I want to qualify this by saying that I can't cover every skill of a trailblazer because there are so many, and besides, how you fulfill this role will vary a lot. Since you, my students, come from so many different industries and organizations, functions, size of teams, etc. I'll share some core practices, and then you'll have to figure out how to adapt them to your situation. In general, here's a list of the kinds of things that trailblazers do in any size of organization. Number 1, they link team strategy to the goals of the business. Trailblazers look outward beyond their own teams to the enterprise as a whole. They want to understand the vision and goals of the company and help their team members understand how they fit or contribute to those goals. A second practice is they analyze the environment. Trailblazers study trends related to customers, markets, technology, competitors, suppliers, regulatory climate, and so on to make sure that their teams are able to adapt to a complex and continuously changing world. Number 3, they create ideology, and ideology is really about 2 things. One is a team's purpose and values. And by purpose, I'm talking about why it exists. Most teams have a clear purpose statement that excites and motivates people. Values are statements about how you get along and how you interact with your customers, each other, and the people in your organization. A fourth practice is to create a vision and goals. Trailblazers look to the future, see opportunities and possibilities. They create a compelling vision of the future and translate that vision into tangible objectives, goals, and plans. A fifth practice is they advocate change. These leaders build a case for change, create a sense of urgency, and help people overcome the resistance that they feel and embrace change by helping them see what's in it for them. A sixth practice is to interface with the external world. Trailblazers pay attention to external relationships on which the team depends for its success. They build relationships with key stakeholders so their teams have the support they need to succeed. They also encourage innovation. These leaders ask what-if questions and continually consider new ways of pleasing their customers and accomplishing their work. They create a climate in which risk and innovation become the norms rather than being punished. Again, I want you to know that this is not a complete list of Trailblazer practices, and I'm sure that you can think of some more. In the next lectures, we're going to continue. We'll take a deeper dive into some, not all, but some of these practices. I want to highlight those that I think are most crucial to many types of teams.